Hi guys, and today I'm going to be talking about Words of Radiance, Brandon Sanderson's second book in the Stormlight Archive that I recently finished a couple days ago. And it's a behemoth, about 100 pages longer than the last book, but I think it really jumps up in the third book, which I'm going to read after I finish The Martian by Andy Weir. I loved this book. It's like a perfect, like, switch of, conflict. This is an example. I love Mistborn. My last video was a review for Mistborn. But, Mistborn, the conflict was the Lord Ruler. He defeats the Lord Ruler. And then, and then after, it's a great book. It deals with, getting rid of this conflict and just, kind of, smoothing out with other kingdoms or stuff like that with the, just like that. But they can't really do that in Stormlight Archive. It's gonna need more conflict in every book because it's a 10-book series and there's only 4 books out. But Words of Radiance did really well. Kaladin is no longer a slave anymore. He's a guard. This is spoilers. I always forget to say spoilers. But if you want a spoiler-free review, I really love it. You should read it, but read Way of Kings first, and then you should read it. This is the best book series ever. Now we're going into spoilers. I always forget about that. All spoilers, very deep. So this book was really good. It dealt with, a lot of, Kaladin, there's still Kaladin's still deeply flawed, and you can see that in this book, he does, the coolest things in this book, and Way of Kings, I liked Way of Kings a little bit better, but it wasn't a real, increase, but, this book made me love the series better, Way of Kings, excellent book, amazing, it's, second of the year, and it was the last book I read of the year. It was an amazing book, but kind of worked as a standalone for me. That's just my opinion. This book did amazing for the series. Now I know where it's going, and I can just see so many opportunities, and there's so many, characters. I really like Adolin. Adolin's a very good character. He's like a little puppy, and, he's, very, he likes to fight, and he's just a cool guy, and I like Kaladin and Adolin. They're, the best. And then, I really enjoy Kaladin's journey. And Dalinar's. Shallan a little bit less. Shallan, it's interesting. I liked whenever she tried to steal the Soulcaster from Yasna. But this one was kind of a little bland, and the backstories weren't as, fresh at Kaladin's, but it was still pretty good. Shallan's a good character as a whole. And, she does a lot of things, and she's, a good character. It's just, her storyline wasn't great. But, the backstory is pretty solid. It's just not as solid as Kaladin. What I don't think works as well as it did with Kaladin has Syl, and that works a lot. That relationship, Syl helps him survive, and you care for Syl, and whenever Syl died for a little bit in this book, I felt that. But with Shallan and Pattern, I didn't feel Pattern's just weird. There's several examples in this book, just him being weird. And it just didn't work that way. Pattern's I don't really like the character Pattern. I love Shallan, but the Pattern is not really good for me. The Bridge 4 is still a thing, but it's kind of the Guards of the King, but Bridge 4 is still a thing, which is really nice. I enjoy. And I just like seeing Bridge 4, Kaladin, and Mosh, and some of the other members, and one of the big conflicts of this book was Amaram. Amaram, if you did not know, is basically the bad guy. He was the guy in the first book. Whenever Kaladin won his Shard Blade, he took it from him, killed everyone but him, and made him a slave. and branded him a deserter. So that's obviously going to hit a hard point for Kaladin. That's amazing conflict. I really like that. And then Dalinar, he's fine with it. They're friends, and Kaladin told Dalinar what happened. Doesn't really believe him. I mean, again, he's looking into it, but I don't think he really thinks it's a thing. And then he makes Kaladin the leader of Knights Radiant. No, he doesn't make Kaladin. He makes Amaranth. Kaladin's not happy about that. And he knows what he is inside. And as you can see, it all goes down, and that's really cool. And then whenever, I really like the part where Kaladin and Shallan got out of the cave because of an explosion or something. Not an explosion. They all fell. Kaladin was alive, so is Shallan. And they kind of make it out, and that's really good, a little storyline news. I like that. And then while all this is happening, Adolin is trying to defeat, what's his name? Sadeas. With he's collecting shard blades and shard plates. Trying to defeat trying to defeat him because of his betrayal at the end of the last book. One of my favorite parts of this book that's ever happened, ever, was whenever Kaladin fought Szeth and beat him. He got his shard blade. Szeth is the assassin in white, and I don't know that whenever you see on the page, it's been last book in this book, whatever some of his chapters start with Szeth, son Balana, truthless of Shinovar. That's just a hook for you. You're reading it. And then at the end he defeats Szeth, which was the coolest part of this book and the coolest basically scene I've ever read. That's cool. And you can see a lot of there's still stakes for the third book and then the fourth book. And I really am really excited to read this book, the next book. And then yeah, that's just something I forgot. I had something to say. Overall, a great book. See, the thing is, again, the book Way of Kings is better, but what this book did for the series was amazing. This cover is, I don't like it as good as Way of Kings, but the color clashes is nice. You see Szeth in the back. Szeth's son Balana, Truthless of Shinovar. That's a cool character. Yeah, so as of right now, I'm reading The Martian by Andy Ray. I mentioned this, and my review is going to come out pretty soon. Really good book, but I'm not going to talk about it right now. But yeah, so Way of Kings 5 out of 5, Words of Radiance 5 out of 5, and I can't wait for Oathbringer. Which I don't know, Edge Dancer, I'm contemplating reading Edge Dancer, but I'm going to read it, but I don't know now. I kind of want to read Oathbringer. And I don't think it's really going to bother me not knowing this for a little bit. But, yeah. So I don't want to keep you too long. So, see ya in the next video.